Oh, Lord. Trouble. You isn't. I swear that the donation thing is like out of beta now, right? Should work. Oh. There we go. Yeah. Hey, all right. Hey, we've been looking at a blank screen. All right. Let me just. There we go. All right. Okay. Oh. All right. So the side of my head, next to like my ears, are starting to get really irritated with wearing glasses all the time. So, because I don't normally wear glasses all the time, so that constant pressure was just too much. So I've taken them off for the time being. If I start feeling headachy though, then I might have to just put up with the pain and put the glasses back on. Anyways, Shadowrun. Many nights hang out with all my besties playing Shadowrun games. We were definitely not pro. We definitely, our GM was very kind to us being more or less noobs. So he was very genteel with us most of the time. So yes, I have a lot of fond memories of Shadowrun. I would love to, find a game here in Vegas that is kind of the same variety where it's not too, by the rules and everything like that. I would run one myself, but I just don't have confidence in my storytelling abilities. Anyways, so I did start this a while back, but I'm pretty sure I forgot what the hell I was doing. So yeah, I'm just gonna start from the beginning. New game. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. Last time I was making like an orc lady. Not that bad. Oh, trolls, dude. Trolls apparently have no sort of very low charisma and low intelligence. But one to body and one to strength. So body. It's 9. 9, 11, 12, 9, 9. It's 9 across the board with a little bit extra karma. Humans were the only race on Earth until the awakening in 2012. Now they find themselves the definition of average or even normal. They are still the most powerful race in the world and thus control many of the most powerful, moneyed, and important positions in society. So if people don't know, basically if you took Lord of the Rings and dropped it in the middle of kind of the Matrix, kind of sort of, that is Shadowrun. It's very cyberpunk meets traditional fantasy, where you have dystopic future where mega corporations kind of rule over everything really. They've bought out the government and whatnot. But there was again an awakening 4 years ago, where people that were originally people ended up, transforming back to, I guess you could say, their natural state. So, yes, it's still mostly humans, but now we have elves, we have dwarves, we have orcs, and we have trolls. We do have half-half as well, but I think for just kind of, simplicity's sake, they just kept it to the main archetype there. And so you have things like, bounty hunters in this. Well, I mean, essentially anybody can be kind of like a bounty hunter. A lot of Shadowrunning is usually doing kind of odd jobs, sort of like mercenaries. And, you can go from being, just, straight up like, gun-toting, what they call street samurai. Of course, you could be a sniper, you could be a mage, you could be a fellow druid, where you have like familiars and whatnot. So so it's basically very, instead of like modern fantasy, which is kind of like what Neil Gaiman does and whatnot, this is very futuristic, dystopia fantasy. And those are two things that I enjoy greatly. So Shadowrun was definitely something that I was more than happy to get into. Okay, so elves are, many people, especially other metahuman races, see elves as the most fortunate metahumans. They are more attractive and socially acceptable than the other metahumans. Elves are taller than humans, but have more slender build. Their hair is usually thicker, longer, and more luxurious than average, and their ears come to a point. So each race kind of has its own advantages. Humans, being kind of normal or very average. You can see here in comparison, everything is kind of set to 9. And then, but since, there's so many other humans out there, their karma is, a little bit higher than everybody else's. And then elves, of course, average body, but yes, they have the quickness, they have the extra charisma for being so beautiful, and then average strength, intelligence, and willpower, and of course the extra point to charisma, because elf. Dwarves, willpower because they're stubborn. 11 body for the stockiness, I guess. Quickness 9. But still can move. Strength 12. Charisma, the average, of course, depending on how you end up role-playing your character and whatnot. Intelligence, of course, and then the extra willpower. Dwarves are the shortest of the metahuman races. To compensate, their torsos and shoulders are wider than their size would indicate. Thus, their strength is equal to, and sometimes greater than, the larger races. Side effect of their metahuman nature is increased resistance to pathogens and magic that attacks from within. Mind stuff and whatnot. Basically, if someone's trying to turn you into a puppet, they can kind of withstand that a little bit better, which people will try to do. Okay, so the orcs are the fastest breeding race and are now second only to humans in world population. Their size leads to an intimidating silhouette and a body that can take more physical damage than the average. Orcs have pointed ears and intimidating teeth or tusks, and or tusks. I think you can have both. So obviously they're more sturdy, so the +1 to body. Total body of 14. Quickness is about average. Strength is more. Is that more than dwarves? No, it's about the same. Charisma 8. Dwarves are a little bit less intimidating, I guess, than orcs. So they dip down a little bit, dip down a little bit in intelligence as well, and willpower is about average. And then you have the trolls. Trolls are the largest metahuman race. Heavy prejudice against them has led people to assume trolls have lowered intelligence, but in reality, there is no proof to this. Trolls have pointed ears, intimidating teeth, or tusks, and many have horn-like growths that other metahumans do not manifest. So they could be tanks. All trolls have a +1 to body and a +1 to strength. So huge amount of body, which is essentially like a kind of like stamina / defense. Quickness is kind of like agility and maybe I guess initiative too. Strength, obviously strength, and charisma, how sexy you look, which is not much. Intelligence, less than average. Willpower, about average. So like I said, I think last time I was doing orc just because I wanted a little bit more oomph, body and strength wise. If I want to go human, I mean, you can use your charisma to kind of sexy your way through things. So I think one time one of our friends did something. He did manage to literally charm the panties off of some lady, which she handed to him along with her business card. So yeah. Let's see. So street samurai, these are the jobs that you could take. Street samurai is a freelance operative who follows a code of street honor. They are earned in the ways of traditional samurai warrior and in the practices of modern combat. Samurais sell their skills for profit and work to take out the dishonorable scum that seem to breed in the urban sprawl. Key attributes: body and strength or quickness. Key skill is close or range combat or both, throwing weapons and dodging. Mage. Mages specialize in the casting of spells, but that doesn't mean they can't shoot guns as well. Rather, magic is the center of their life. Their spells reflect a pure balance of the manosphere and cover a wide range of magical effects, from offensive damage attacks to character augmentation or degradation spells to healing spells. Obviously, they need a whole bunch of willpower for mana and whatnot, key skills, spellcasting. So anyone and everyone can, pick up a knife and pick up a gun. It's like reality. Anybody can pick up a knife or a gun, but of course, according to how much, experience they have with them, will determine how effective they are. Now, say if you don't put extra points into, say, like pistols, you put it into submachine guns instead. That doesn't mean that you can't use a pistol. It's just that you won't have the added bonus to pistols. So I mean, yeah, it's very much along the same lines as RPGs such as Skyrim or Fallout or even Mass Effect and whatnot. So yeah, it's not hard to figure out. So Deckers are essentially they live in the Matrix. So Deckers use a cyberdeck or a laptop to jack into the Matrix, the worldwide information grid and computer network. By projecting their minds into the electronic world, Deckers can find secrets others keep hidden away. They use programs and expert systems to fight off the protections that megacorporations place in their way. Key attributes: intelligence, key skill decking, key specialization, expert systems. So when you engage in Matrix battles, I mean, it is almost like a whole, virtual reality, and you'll see things like what are they call it ice, where it is essentially like burning your brain out because you're using part of your brain to access um, the matrix and whatnot. So if you're not careful, you could fry your brain. Oh, shaman. Shaman is what I was talking about, not druid. Okay, so shamans believe that their magic come from a great totem spirit that guides their life path, either bear, cat, coyote, eagle, or raccoon. Shamans, actually, there's more than that, but I mean, again, for simplicity's sake, I think they just kept it to those five. Shaman relationships with their totem allow them to summon spirits and command them to do their bidding. Shaman have the skill to conjure spells that mages cannot. Key attributes charisma, so obviously you have to be able to get along with your familiars or totems. So yes, charisma does play into that, as well as charming the pants off people. Key skills: spirit summoning. Increasing the skill grants a shaman a totem benefit, and conjuring. Riggers. So riggers are different from deckers because they tend to use. It's. I guess, yeah, you could say. I mean, you could see their drone control, drone combat, but it can also actually extend to things like vehicles or planes, helicopters. Anything that requires actual driving of some sort is what a rigger can kind of connect to. So yeah, riggers use cyber tech to jack their mind into and control small robot-like vehicles called drones. Traditionally, riggers use their rigging abilities to provide surveillance, support, and extra firepower when required. But again, in the full, tabletop game, yes, it is extended to cars, hover tanks, and any type of vehicle, really. Physical adepts, so that's kind of I guess you could say they're kind of like a monk. Adepts are magically active characters who focus their magic internally to develop to their utmost potential, physically, mentally, and spiritually. As adepts unlock new abilities, they become honed physical machines, using their magic to enhance their close combat skills. So if you want to get up there and just somebody, then yeah, if you want to do, I know Kung Fu, adept is kind of what you're looking at. Okay, so you can actually just go ahead and build your own character too. Actually, kind of curious to see. You know what? For simplicity's sake, I'm gonna go with Street Samurai. Street Samurai is kind of the easy go-to character. And please stick with the dwarf. I think I did do a dwarf the first time. That lady. I did do human because that one looks familiar. That could be like either a shaman or a adept. That looks more decker or a rigger like. Okay, well, let's. Yeah, we'll go human this time around. That lady. Let's have Asian lady. So this artwork is just kind of like what you see, I guess, when your character, converses with people. But I mean, yeah, obviously you can make your character look however you want in range of what's available. This one. Mohawk. Because Mohawk. Style of the Mohawk. So yeah, I was pretty happy when Hairbrain came out with this. I wish I'd gotten a chance to play it a lot sooner, but yeah. What is this determining the color? That was blue, okay. So goth. Okay, that works. Okay, so okay. Combat melee weapon. So generally you want to kind of choose, what you mainly want to go ahead and specialize in the most. So being a street samurai, of course, you want to try to concentrate a lot on whether you're going to use melee weapons or if you're going to use range weapons, and if it's range weapons, are they going to be guns or are they going to be thrown weapons? And if it's guns, what type of gun do you really concentrate on first? Pistols or SMGs or rifles, shotguns, so on and so forth. Also, your ability to dodge. And of course, as you progress, you could see that certain things will unlock to give you a little bit more of an advantage, whether they're skills. I think these are typically skills, so I think I am mostly going to stick with sword. Additional weapon slot, if not. Percentage. So since this is kind of tactical, it kind of runs off the whole point system where, you know, the more movement that you do, the actions that you take, you know, the less you'll have to do whatever. So you have to, you know, yeah. It's like line of sight is important. The type of weapon that you're using is important. Elves. Okay. By physical attack. Hit. So yeah. So of course you kind of want to be wary of so quickness, yeah, it's part like agility, part you know, your ability to aim with guns and everything like that. But it's also it's the agility to move, probably I think more, and then to also dodge. It's hard because like it's one of those things where it's just like, how much do you want to spread your points around? Oh yeah, biotech is definitely something that you want to freaking invest in at some point, because if you don't have a healer or something like that and you have to use medkits, it's always nice if, you know, you get the a good amount of healing from medkits. So generally, yeah, I think I'm pretty good. So I have medkits or biotech, a little bit into dodging, specialization into rifles, SMGs, and pistols. Might eventually go into shotguns, but for now I think I'm pretty well covered with those three. A little bit more of an oomph to my range combat, so let's okay, choose an etiquette. Etiquette is about knowing how to behave in various social situations. The right etiquette can give you an edge in certain conversations. Choose an etiquette from the list below. Choosing an etiquette does not cost karma, and each etiquette can only be chosen once. So basically, you know, yeah, think about, you know, if you were an elf and you grew up in like Tir Tangier, which is kind of like the elf city, might not be well versed in how gangs talk to each other. You might be more versed in how corporates, you know, talk to each other, or socialites. as a street samurai, you might be more versed in how the street talks, or shadowrunners, or gangs talk, but not so much socialites or corporate. Maybe security. You never know. You might have been doing security beforehand, and that's how you decide to go. So it's essentially you're street smart in one particular area. You know what, let's add a runner for now. Just have a street, use a street name, handle, or working name. Names like Halfjack or Lady Z. Others stick with their given name or adopt a nickname. Please choose a name for your character. Guess what? Alright. It's almost 5 a.m., so hopefully this first fight won't take too long. Let's see. Wait, oh, down, oh shit, I didn't read that, I'm sorry. Down and out, your apartment. Your apartment, 3 o'clock in the morning. Got 4 walls, a roof, and isn't on fire. Even the cockroaches have fled in search of better accommodations. Not exactly a runner's dream pad, but right now it's all you have left. Running the shadows is all about feast or famine. One day you're Nova hot, working jobs that allow you to eat at a 5-star, allows you to eat at 5-star restaurants. The next, well, you're here. This one's a famine for the ages. Slagging fixer hasn't called. Obviously the person, your manager more or less. The money's run out and some sinless, and then some sinless and free to starve in the cracks of a society run by megacorp. Just something. Basically the megacorps of yeah. Imagine if Trump was, in charge. There you go. Okay. Let's look at this. So it's all isometric and whatnot. Your computer, state of the art in 2050. Broken since 2051. That sounds accurate. Paper with your bank balance enough to cover you through the end of the week. Notebook, your contacts, and that kind of thing. View my list of contacts. The list is sad, dried up. Carter, Detroit, Fixer, no response to messages. Dowd, Runner dead. Felton Nash, Fixer, missing since February. New Larry, Runner dead. Sam Watts, Runner, don't know, probably in a gutter somewhere. Sangoma, Runner dead. Halfjack, Dealer, retired or dead. So, yeah. List goes on, all either dead ends or just plain dead. The life of a runner. My personal calendar, empty, nothing to do. Put down my notebook. Ooh. Alright, Sam Watts. Subject complete. Enter my vidphone. The screen leaps to life, making you squint against its brightness. The face on the screen is laughing. Sam Watts. Hey, buddy, I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. He giggles. He's drunk again, or worse. So, kind of like, Mass Effect and everything, you can spawn to your friends or enemies as sarcastic as you like or not like. Code, your zone, where have you been? Zoned. You're drunk. Another giggle. Oh, don't bother with your side of the conversation. I'm not really here. Just one reason for this vid. Someone finally geeked me. I'm dead. I probably had it coming. You're an unsavory character like myself. You tend to associate with other unsavory characters who often partake in unsavory business, like you, for example. So why am I dead? Who knows? Probably my fault. I wonder where you are right now. I bet you hit a big payday and you're living high on the hog somewhere. Some of us are born winners and some of us are me. You remember that Renraku run when things went to hell and we lost Dowd? Or that makeshift saloon on the docks afterwards? I really had your back that night, didn't I? Did you? Dowd, that's a name we haven't heard in a long time. Flashback. Okay. 3 years ago, a makeshift bar on the Seattle docks, the night Dowd went down. Larry? Oh. Alright, New Larry. You've been running with New Larry for about 6 months now. He's a combat mage with a bad tattoo and a bad attitude. He knew Dowd almost as well as you did. Dowd, never saw anybody die like that before, idiot. Shakes his head. I hate this fragging city, Trouble. It's wet and the rain feels like acid and I want out of here. Shut your about the rain. We lost a man tonight. We wait for the money. I get it. Now take a pill and relax. Sorry. I'm just really ready to go home. Portland's way more my speed. No trouble. Sam is a good guy and can hold his own in a fight, but he's been hitting the bottle pretty good lately. Never on a run so far, but he needs watching. Alright. Ted, that run went sideways 9 ways to Sunday. Now the fixer is late. Funny? Hell yeah, it smells funny. Look at where he set the meeting. This was supposed to be a public place. So it's out in the open. At the Drek, so yeah, they have their own form of like lingo. So kind of like how, you know, frack it in Battlestar Galactica is their way to say the F word, and so on and so forth. Yeah. We both know why Dowd went down, and it wasn't the fixer or some paranoid chip dream of yours. Sam smiles a toothy smile. I've been waiting for this all night. New Larry has something he wants to say, don't ya, Larry? Go ahead and spill it. You were sloppy. Sloppy? You think I was sloppy? You've been twitching all day, son. Look at your hands. They're shaking. Alright, own up, Sam. If you screwed up, admit it. Have you been drinking? Beat. No trouble. I didn't miss a beat. I was on my game the whole time. Remember, I was on point. New Larry was supposed to cover Dowd. Dun dun dun. Rats are running like crazy. Something dawned on him. He leans into New Larry, amused and dangerous. We were set up, and he knows it, don't you, Larry? What was that call you made before we hit Renraku? How come you didn't geek that guy before he unloaded on Dowd? I've seen you fling a lightning bolt, son. He should have been burnt toast before his gun cleared the holster. Larry checks his watch, licks his lips, looks over your shoulder at the darkness. He's looking for someone, and it's not the fixer. Okay, I can see where this is going. You tremors are damaged. I'm out. So I could be like, did you keep us here long enough, Larry? Hands where I can see them, asshole. How much did they pay you to sell us out? Hands where I can see him, asshole. See, I like that they don't, you know, give you a time limit as to when you can respond. Anyways. He stops and a smile slowly appears on his face. What? You gonna take my gun away, Trouble? You know I don't need one. We've got incoming, says the troll. Orc? No, orc. Orc lady. New Larry relaxes and throws you a Drek-eating grin. Looks like my new Renraku friends are finally here. They're gonna take that hard drive off your corpse, buddy. We should choose our friends more carefully, Trouble. At least we have each other. That guy was never my friend. Buy a drink after this? You'll owe me several. Right. Okay. Leave the mage, kill the others. Alright, so turn-based combat. You are now in turn-based combat mode. Each character on your team has an action pool. Spend these actions on movement, attacks, or using spells and items. Once your team's turn is complete, the enemy team will move and attack. Additional tutorial information is available from the reference. Blah, 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 blah. So basically, okay, so I could take a shot at this lady right there, although Sam is kind of in my way. But I also kind of want to think ahead and think about getting into cover. So I... Shotgun right now, really? Well, so I'm using a shotgun, which means that I have to get up pretty close and personal for it to really do a good amount of damage, but I also have to keep in mind about how much energy I'm using to... Let's try... what is this? Let's try moving here so that way we're still under cover. Shot at this lady. So these are the amount of, I guess, points that I have to do things. So, shot. We're using a Beretta and a shotgun. So you can probably go here. Taking out. So you can also just wait how things will end. So since this guy is undercover, kind of see got like half cover, right? Yeah, he's got like half cover. And you only... I'll take a shot. Oh, fucking Larry. Alright. Here. I'll shoot ya. Right. Fuck Larry. How did you miss? You were right there, son. What? Well, he's a shit. What? Oh no! Yeah, he did. He did have that coming. Damn it. Oh, okay. Yeah, bitches. course. Fuck it. Okay. Sam, you okay, Sam? I'm having you look shaken. That was a hell of a thing. Part of the life, Sam. You know that. You did good. You don't look so good, Sam. It's part of the life. You were born for this gig, Trouble. Me, not so much. I think I'm gonna hang it up. Find a nice brothel somewhere. Stay drunk until I croak. How about you? Think I'll find a better class of people to hang out with. Me, I do this. It's the only life I know. Find a safe house out of town. Lay low. Renraku has a long memory. Well, you're a dumbass and I'll drink to you when you're dead. Who am I kidding? I'm not gonna outlast you. Guess you could drink to me. Oh, hey, Drop Gamer, sorry. Concentrating on the battle. How goes it? Stare at Sam's face in your comm link. Shake off the memory. Focus. Focus on me. I had your back that night, didn't I? Asking myself, who would care if I die? Who would give a rat's ass? Better or worse, your name is at the top of the list. Maybe it's the only name on the list. So I set up a dead man switch to send you this call. I got 100,000 yen insurance policy, payable when you find out who creased me. Alive with the conviction, or in a body bag with justification. Either works. Contact my law firm, Rogers, Mengert, and Kane. When the job is done, they'll know what to do. Left jet. Camera swivels to show a well-dressed man sitting next to Sam. Pursuant to Mr. Swat's wishes, Rogers, Mengert, and Kane, has installed a secure, dedicated phone line so you may contact us directly when the task is complete. Then begin a verification process. Note that you must also be on a secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmissions from comlinks or other devices. Cameras will respect Sam. Sam straightens up, talks seriously. First time. Look, Trouble. I've led a dreck of a life, and I probably left a dreck corpse. I've hurt people, hurt myself. I don't know. Maybe I just want that last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a crap that I sucked air for a while. What do you say? I'll get to the bottom of this. Someone will pay. I'd say I've traded a drinking buddy for a paycheck. I'd say my schedule's pretty clear right now. 100,000 yen buys a lot of drinks. My butt. Need to get a new cushion for this chair. About it. Just said yes. Got a locator chip slotted in my head these days. When my heart stops, it'll activate. That's how you'll find me. See you on the slab. I'm heading back to Seattle. Rest in peace, Sam. See you in Seattle. Well, Seattle can't be any worse than this. Squiat in pace. And you can pan the camera by holding the right mouse. Dead man's switch. Your plane hits the SeaTac tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in the cramped backseat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of Redmond Barrens. Organ grinders, a legal chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for yen, this is the place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing the Barrens has to a morgue. It seems this is where Sam Watt's body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. Okay, so ask the coroner about Sam Watt's dead man's switch. Blah 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 blah. Where? So, I think I forgot to mention that as far as cyberware goes, or really most things go, particularly things like cyberware, there's only so much you could do before you essentially become a Borg. So depending on what you want to be, or how, human / meta-human you want to be, you do actually have to watch to see like how much you're replacing. Pretty much, the basis of Ghost in the Shell. It's like how much do you replace before you stop really being human again. So, yeah. Alright, so it is 5:30. I should probably get some sleep. I think... Not sure if, I do. I want to play through Shadowrun as much as I want to play through like Mirror's Edge and a whole lot of other games right now. I do want to actually sit down and play me some Shadowrun. So I figure I want to probably at least finish one campaign. I'm not exactly sure like how many campaigns there are. I'm sure that a lot of people have already built like their own campaigns and whatnot, and I'd love to check out some of those. But yeah, probably be in between and so on and so forth. So this. And yeah. Exit. Just finish saving. But yes, hopefully this has been of some interest to you guys. There's another kind of classic tabletop game that Hairbrain is working on bringing out. I did donate money to their Kickstarter for it. It's called Mech Warrior, and not quite cyberpunky. Basically, there's like different. I guess you could kind of say it's Game of Thrones with giant mechs, kind of, sort of, because there's different, families that exist within the world, and they all kind of have their different agendas. So, yeah, I'll probably be covering that once it comes out. What else? I think I will actually be doing seven ways to die, 7 sunsets, or something like that. Telltale is bringing it out, and my buddy that works there is pretty much said, if you stream it, then you can pretty much, I will do my best to get you a free copy of it. So, yay, the benefits of having people that work in the industry. So I'll probably be playing that. I believe Crumble is going to be playing it along with me, and Buddy will be playing it. Mason will be playing it alongside of us, and I don't think I've played any of it on the PC side, so yes, it'll be a new experience. But I think it's supposed to be kind of like a open world survival thing, so kind of like Rust or Ark or H1, which I've had, good enough experience with that I think I can kind of bumble my way through. So that will be on Tuesday, I think. So yeah, look forward to that. Look forward to more Shadowrun. Look forward to more Overwatch, and anything else that we play in between. All right. Okay, folks. Dropped gamer. Sorry, I kind of missed out on saying hi ho. I don't know. I think I was able to get in a little bit. Oh, now. Oh, but I really need to sleep. So maybe I'll play with her when I. Anyways, that sounds good. I'm gonna play Overwatch with her when I wake up again, to be more specific. And yes, thank you for the new ad. The new follow, and for the assistance on Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Marco Went, thank you so much. Hopefully you come back for other stuff. That would be nice. I need to get more followers. So I don't know. I don't know how much it really counts if I have, like a title on my videos. I don't know if people just want to see more, if I'm going to be giving stuff away at some point or whatnot. So I might save the titles for like after I've actually like archived things away to like YouTube and whatnot. And for now, I'll just like actually advertise things, because I mean, yeah, I know incentives are great. So I think I mentioned before, I have a whole bunch of Control Freak things for both the Xbox and the PS4. I can also go ahead and pick up, gift cards for Steam, or for, Xbox, or for PlayStation Store, or Amazon, what kind, or GameStop, whatever people kind of prefer. So I don't know. Yeah, I need to experiment a little bit more and better at advertising. Anyways, yes, sleep times for me. I will catch you guys one more day of working, and then I finally have 2 days off. I do need to get around to cleaning this thing, so that might take up a little bit of Monday, and also the boys' cages as well. So Monday might be taken up. Tuesday, I'm not sure exactly if I'm going to be doing anything. I kind of want to go out and see Finding Dory. Or maybe the Warcraft movie, or something. I don't know. But I'll be sure to let you guys know. All right. Thanks for hanging out, ladles, gentle spoons, and all the forks in between. This is Paragon Trouble, and I will see you next time. Good night. Good morning. Good day. Good afternoon. Good. Oops.